Hello, Scorpion. I'm Ulrich, a Lenormand card reader, and we will do the Lenormand card reading for the month of August 2021. On the table here, you see 9 cards that we will be using for this reading, meaning we will do 4 card readings for each astrological sign. And this video here is for the sign of Scorpion for the month of August. Also on the table here, you see 4 objects. From these 4 objects, you choose or you pick one that you think relates most to your personality, or you choose one you feel most comfortable with. This object of your choice, it should or it will relate the best to your current situation. Of course, you can watch all 4 videos for the Scorpio sign, and after you watched all 4 videos, then you can decide what symbol or what object is fitting you best, or that your situation the best. The matches here, they represent the fire sign, the fire element. The stone here represents the earth element. The aerosol sprayer represents the air element, and the shell represents the water element. So Scorpio, here we go for your card reading for August 2021. Hello, Scorpion, and welcome to the matches or the fire group for the card laying, Lenormand card laying for August 2021. So here in the corner, excuse me, we see the bear. The bear is about teaching, control. Sometimes it can also be about manipulation, controlling others, teaching. That is what the bear is about. So that's the start of the month, and the end of the month here, the end card is the sun. The sun is an all over positive cards. Even if they're negative cards around it, it makes things shine in the dark. So that is what it means. But now we go into the details. So the first card that you see here, maybe you yourself, you are in some kind of a management position, because these 2 cards, it means top management, these 2 cards together. It means leadership, teaching. It's possible if you have an academic, you have an academic position that you teach on some kind of university or a school, because the tower represents schools, institutions, that you are in charge of some kind of institution, or that you are in a higher position in that institution. It's also possible that you need to follow orders from a higher source as yourself. Here it means that the authority here in itself, if it's above you, it will endure some speed bumps, some slowing up. Maybe the power of the force above you, or the control above you, is diminishing. Like they lose a little bit of strength for some reason. This person that is higher placed than you. In some cases also, excuse me, this can represent the law. It can represent the law office or a lawyer. This is somebody with a lot of self-confidence. Sometimes also, if you have a child, it could mean that the contact with the child is less. There's a kind of distance with the child here that is possible, because the tower sometimes represents alone. Also in some cases loneliness. So it means maybe that the contact with an authority figure or the father is diminishing a little bit for this month. It can also represent banks, because the bear can also represent money, things that are gathered. So it's Also, government finances. It's possible also that you're connected to government finances. Also, if it's on your person, it's possibly that somebody is forcing authority on you. But as we saw here earlier, maybe it's not working out because the mice is here. Also, this combination points to a person who has natural leadership. If you are offered a higher position, it's possible also that you say no to it for some reason. This can also mean teaching. So if you're a teacher, this could be also. It's also possible that you put up boundaries to a person who want to control you. This is possible also with the first line. The tower and the mice here. Maybe this person, sometimes this can point to that the authority in charge is not really truthful. There are other objectives here in play. So this can also mean, if this is on a, let's for instance say in a government area, this would mean that the government is not honest towards his people. So there's some issue here with the mice. As I said earlier, it may be possible that the strength of the authority is getting less. It's possible also that this person that is in charge above you has some form of pride. He's aloof, he's in a top position. Coming back to the factor of loneliness, if you would be alone, it will not be too long because the mice, they nibble on the time. So it will not be too long for this month. Then we go in the second line, we see the anchor. The anchor is about stability, getting stable somewhere, getting chained, getting locked. And then the next card to it here, next to it, we see the Cid. The Cid is a more harsh card. So if you are in some way connected or chained to something, to an institution or somebody who's chaining you, these chains will be broken. You will cut them because the Cid has the power to cut things that keep you locked somewhere. So this means that if you are in a situation that you are fixed somewhere or in a position that you don't want to be anymore, you will cut yourself free. This is what this means. The moon is an invitation that we are invited somewhere. It's the mind, it's our job. So it's possible that if we are in some kind of position in our job and some aspects of the job we don't like anymore, we will cut with them. We will stop some things. I don't say necessarily with the job, but I'm saying some aspects are not stroking with our mind. So if this is the case, we will end these things if we don't feel good of it, because the moon represents also the job. As I said earlier, it's possible here with the first combination that you end the ties with somebody. There's a sudden change on this. There's a sudden change here on with these people. If it's you who are in a difficult situation and you force some things, you need to be careful that the rug is not pulled from under you. This is possible also with this combination. If there was a status quo before and you could not improve in a certain situation, this will end. So it's also a possibility to move on and a new beginning in the work, because the Cid represents endings, but also beginnings. So it's possible if somebody was holding you back before, that this is ending. Maybe an authority figure held you back for some reason. You could not improve, you could not grow in the position that you want, but this will end. You will set your mind to this new beginning. It's also possible if you're a very long time in a certain routine, you like or you dislike, that this routine is interrupted, because the anchor is traditional routines, things we do every day, and the Cid cuts the routines. So it's possible you stop with suddenly stop with routines you did before. You think that you've been status quo too long and you move on. So that is what this combination means. Then we go to the Sid and the Moon. It's possible also that, as I said earlier, that you come in a change of job, a change of mind. It could also mean that you experience, in some cases, some painful emotions, or that you are confronted with new emotions, things you didn't experience before. Maybe it's related to the work field, that some new things coming up. Also, if you were restrained and unhappy before because you were too locked, automatically you will not think about it anymore because the situation will end. Maybe before it was a lot in your mind, but it will stop this thinking about not progress, because you actually can move on. This also means, because the Moon is intuition, sometimes also it tells you like it's like a warning you get from your intuition. If you feel something that's going in a certain direction and you have a gut feeling about it, you need to respect the warning that you get. You will know what I mean when the time is there. In some cases also it can represent that we experience some emotional hurt for some reason. Not necessarily in a relationship, because I don't think this is about a relationship, but it's possible that in some aspect of our life we get emotionally hurt. So you need to be aware of that. Also, if you are scared of something, it's not necessarily necessary to be scared. Sometimes we are scared of things that are not really there. Maybe it's like an imagined fear. So sometimes it means also you don't need to be scared. Behind here also, if you were negative about your change situation before, this will disappear. So this is what it says also. Then we come in the last line here. We have the Whip. The Whip is these are actually two harsh cards. But if you have, I'm gonna say this immediately here, the cross, if you experienced some new beginnings, these are new beginnings. It's possible that if you have a new beginning, it's a little bit difficult to start something new, because the Whip might cause some trouble, some struggles, some arguments. So it might be difficult if you start something new. But since the mice are here, it will not be so harsh, because the mice nibbles at things. So it's maybe initiated this new beginning, but it will come with a little bit of trouble. But it will be not too much, because the mice nibbles at things. We were in the second line here. Here, the ending and circle already. So we go to the third line now, the third horizontal line now. We have the coffin here, the Sit, the Whip, the coffin, and the Sun. The coffin means there's like a psychological transformation going on. It's possible also that you experience some inner anger, and since the coffin is a box, it's like you put your anger in the box, like you delay your anger. You want to get it out, but maybe for some reason it's delayed. You cannot get your anger out. There might be also some discussions about certain facts that are coming in the order here. maybe somebody is very harsh to you. They want to harm you in some way, not necessarily physical, but maybe there is like a psychological component to you, to this combination, that they want to cause you harm, like that. Maybe these arguments are already going on for quite a while, and sometimes the sun tells us to move on, because as I told you earlier, the sun is a positive card. It's a little bit difficult with the coffin, but this tells you actually, if there were some conflicts or arguments, that it's best to move on from that. That is what it says also. It's possible also, if you have been hurt before, if you have been in some injury before, that this injury is improving. This is what it says also. If it was a psychological injury, it means that you will improve, that the situation will improve. But as I said here, if there is anger, mostly the anger is repressed a little bit. If somebody tries to put the blame on you, it will not work, because the sun is here. Maybe some people try to tell you this is your fault, or they try to blame you for something, but it will not work because the sun is here, because the sun is an all over positive card. So they will not be able to put the blame on you. In some cases also, you will feel, intuitively feel where the situation is going. You will know when to act and when to react. You will know that. Here in this situation, yeah, that is what it is. As I said earlier, if you were in a difficult situation, if there were health concerns, it will be better. And also, since the sun is next to the coffin, sometimes you will have very strong intuitions. Like you will, like you have a feeling, maybe you cannot explain it. It comes out of your bones, and you know how the situation is gonna evolve, because this is like psychological knowing. This is a very deep card, and the sun radiates the depth. It's like it's shining into your subconscious, like what you know is brought to light. This is what it means. If you come out of a period of grief, in this case, if you were sad before, this means that there is an end to this period of grief. New beginning, shine a light on the dark. Yeah. This might be it also sometimes can mean that we are if you are a man here, it applies on a man. If you have a car, maybe, and the car is older, you work it up. This is what it means also. This is then more if you are a man, for the technical aspect. It's also possible if you that it's like art. This is like renewing art. If you're a creative person as a female, then that you recreate art, you restore art, or you let something restored related to art. It can also mean that you feel strong for now, like your mind is very strong, that you have a very strong resilience for now. It's like you are revived, like that. I would almost say it's like you come back from the dead, but that would be a little bit extreme. But it's like there is some electricity here. There's some electricity here. The end of the tunnel is here. If you are near a period of vacation, it can also mean that this vacation will positive effect on you. It will like have a transformation of you, because this can also mean if we're in the sun that our skin darkens. So it's possible that if you have some vacation, that you will get energy out of this vacation. There will be something there that is transforming you, that brings you in the light. You will feel better in this whole situation. If you need to let go of something, it's best to do so, because this is the card of hurt. So if you need to let go of something this month, it's best to do so. Just if you can, I know that Scorpion is a deep sign, but some things we need to put in a box here, literally the box, and we need to compartmentalize. We need to make compartments. So it's, if you cannot move on, just try to put it in some compartment temporary, and try to move on. This is what this says also. I don't say you need to repress the problem, but I'm saying you need to try to work with the problem. That is what I'm saying here, if there is a problem. Then we go here on the vertical line. This means in some area of your life, there is a very strong dominance. Maybe you have a dominance or an urge to get more stable in your life, because the bear is the manager and the bear is the manager, and the anchor wants to become stable. So it's possible that you put a lot of energy in wanting to become stable. This is what this combination say. It's possible you work hard, you put a lot of time investment in your job, or if you are in business, it's possible that you invest in something, that you make an investment in this. In some cases, the investment can be quite severe. So it's maybe, it can be, if you make an investment, if you're in business, that this business, you need to, I would not say cutbacks, but I would say this investment causes you pain in somehow. Maybe there need to be some changes, things changes because you made these financial investments here. But also this is a strength, very high strength, because the whip is here, the whip is energy. So this is a strong energy here that is here. And again, here in some cases also this combination says if you suffer too much, you need to let go of something. If an authority figure causes you too much pain, or a parents cause you too much pain, in some cases also this means we need to we want to let go, but sometimes we cannot, because sometimes the anchor connects the whip. So we want to let it go, but maybe it's not possible for now. But for the future, maybe by the end of the month, it will all be in progress. It will end. But maybe for now, the direct situation, it will be difficult if you have some suffering from an authority figure, from a teacher, from a boss. And there's a difficult situation. You cannot immediately let it go. But by the here, because we have the sit here, then that's the knife, it cuts. So it will be possible later in the month for letting go of this person. In some cases, if the holiday is there, this is then more as a simple thing. It's possible that you have a barbecue on the beach. This is also possible if you have if you are in the vacation. It's possible here that you have a barbecue on the beach. But as I said earlier, just don't get locked into the phase that you come in like in a situation that the other controls you, and that you suffer about this control, and that you totally need to contemplate with this person and that you actually would get his point of view. This is called the Stockholm syndrome. So it's like, if the Stockholm syndrome means if we are abducted by a person, we adjust, and eventually we see him as a mother figure, or a father figure. So we adapt to this person. So just see you don't come in that situation. Keep your own mind. Don't get connected in that way. What is possible also, if you have some authority above you, that the authorities criticize some form of your work, some form of stability, that you get a lot of criticism here. There's a conflict here. Maybe this conflict make you moody. It makes you moody, and as we said here, you will keep the anger in the box, but maybe this makes you moody because you cannot get out of here. It's like you stay in the box here. It's like these people want to, if they want, it's like they want to control you here. That is possible also. And as we said earlier, again, about the status quo, maybe you're tired about staying where you are. Eventually, maybe by the end of the month, you will see that also for yourself, you made some flaws. There are things that you oversaw, also overlooked, and you will see that more by the end of the month. That is possible here also. Then we come in the second line here. We have the tower, the sit, and the coffin. If something ends with you, you will have a very rational approach to it. You will not linger on with it, because this means like a rational ending. If somebody in an authority figure is causing you harm, or you have a difficult time, it's possible that you make a rational ending with it, with his authority, that you cut literally their power. But as we saw here, they already for some reason have less control. But even if there is less control and they still try to control you, you will end it. You will end this this control with these people. Maybe for a while also you will contact, if it's possible that you, with a parent or an authority figure, temporarily you cut the ties. So you don't continue with them. That is what we see here also. There is no more contact. And actually, outside, you don't show any emotions of it. Inside, it will work on you, but others will not see that it works on you. And again, it's possible that it makes you angry because you cannot get it out. In some cases also, it can mean in some aspects of your life, you will be very high efficient. You will be very high efficient, even though others criticize you. But in a way, you're very high efficient. This is like a cleanup. If you are confronted with some government organizations or an authority or a lawyer, it's possible that you ask the lawyer to make a total cleanup, or you make the cleanup with the authority. That is possible also. So eventually, this situation, it's possible that it's a little bit hard on you, this whole situation, because everything here stays in the coffin. It's like you're brewing on it. And as we know, Scorpion sometimes have the tense, which is not negative, what I'm saying now, but sometimes Scorpion can brew over things. He can wait the situation out. Scorpion is known for his patience. So it's possible you are angry, but you wait it out. You wait it out before you make your move, because Scorpion has the way to move in strategical ways. So they think about something first before they actually move. But maybe you thought a lot about it already, and you're ready to strike, ready to make your move in a certain way. If this whole period is past, you will feel some kind of relief. It's like you had a makeover, like that. You had a total makeover. It's like that. it may be also if you are very close connected, and this temporary disconnection from this person, it will cause you some pain. It will cause you pain, but as we saw earlier, you will withdraw in a cold way, like you will show no emotions like that. That is what this combination says. When we go in the third line, we have the mice, the moon, and the sun. The mice and the moon, if you were expecting some kind of invitations from people, it's possible that these invitations are delayed. Maybe you're waiting on some kind of invitation for somebody, but the mice delay sometimes things, so it's possible that this invitation comes later. It's also possible that we saw here already that the emotions are repressed, that you show less emotions because the moon is emotions. Maybe for some reason, because there's a lot of criticism here that we saw before. It's possible also that you are less motivated in your job because there's here, this is the mind, the work. So it's possible that because we have these transformations here, that our mind is not functioning optimal. We don't have access to all compartments of our mind. It's like we are in the dark a little bit. We are in the dark and we need to transform. We're thinking about it, which path we are gonna go. If this is negative emotions, it's also possible sometimes because if there is problems going on here, that you cannot sleep very well. There is some form of sleep deprivation. It's possible. It's if the problems are really severe that you have, it's like you have the feeling that it eats your soul. That is possible also here with this combination. Then here, these two cards are actually very nice. By the end of the month, these are very nice cards, these two here. You're gonna become aware, if it's related to your work, how the situation is really put together. You will put the puzzle together by the end of the month, and you will see where you really are. You will experience also by the end of the month, if this is all over, that you will experience positive emotions, and you will get your energy back. You will get your energy back, and the conflicts will be resolved, because this is like day and night that are mixing. They come together. You will feel more happy, and maybe you secluded yourself. If you had a partner, you kept a little bit alone, or from a parent, if you kept alone a little bit from a certain partner or a certain person. Here, this says that you will spend a day and a night with somebody. Maybe it's for a kind of reconciliation. You want to smooth the problems that were there, and you will spend the night together with a person for getting things in the right path again. This is what this means also. Then we go on the cross here. We have the mice. Oh, sorry. We have the mice, yeah, the sit and the whip. This could mean, I said this earlier, but I say it again, because the mice bites. If somebody tries to hurt you, it's not going well, because the mice bite on the knife. So the knife becomes less sharp. So it's possible that this happens here. In some cases, if you have like a practical job, you need to be careful also that your tools don't get stolen. If you have an administrative job, you need to see that that your things don't get stolen, that they are not appearing, that they are not disappearing, because sometimes with this combination also are things that we work with can disappear. So you need to be careful that your things are not disappearing related to your work. Here it also points that if some things are disturbing you on the work front or in your personal life, that you will make a cleanup. You will make a cleanup in some areas of your life. If you're if your work area is not clean and it works on your nerves for some way, you will make the annual cleanup. This is what it means also. Also, it means, I already said it here, by the end of the month, your pain will get less if there is a problem. And by the end of the month, you will become more efficient and you will come back to yourself here. Then we have the other cross here. We have the bear, the sit, and the sun. We saw here already, this is the same again as we saw here, you will break with some habits. Things that you are used to, you will break with that one. If you have certain investments that you have made, it's possible that you stop these investments. If you have a bank, maybe you are a customer already for a long time, it's possible that you end your relationship with a bank or with an institution. If you have a job, it's possible that you're thinking or you're reconsidering for changing work. You will end with this authority or with this bank. You will discontinue here this thing. You will break away from this influence because you want to move on to something else. As we saw earlier, maybe they hold you back too much and you want to move on. You want to set yourself in a new direction that you want to go. And actually, that is what we should do. We should go where we want to go, but it will take some time for you because you will need to reflect, or maybe you reflected it on already on for a while. It's possible that if you make a decision, mostly with Scorpion, it's like that, you will not come back on certain decisions. Maybe people in your surroundings ask you to reconsider. But we know that Scorpion sometimes can be very to the point. So you will not come back if you make the decision. You will come not back to it. But I think you already know that because you will decide what is best for you here. You will decide what makes you most happy in this case. It's like you want to be more happy. Maybe you don't feel happy for now. You want to be more happy. You want to do what you feel is right. You want to slowly get there. This is what. So you will not go back. You will not reconsider. You will cut away the things that you see as they are no longer aiding you or helping you. Maybe they are no longer in a practical way to you, and you want to move on. You feel in a way that it's time to connect with something else. This is what it means, this combination. So, Scorpion, for the fire group, this is all for now. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy my card reading, please subscribe. Thank you for doing so, and see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hello, Scorpion, and welcome to the Stone or the Earth group for the reading for Scorpion for this month's August 2021. So the first card we see here is the clouds. It means that you're busy thinking about some issues in your life. Maybe things don't work out as you would like them to be. And here at the end of the month, this is a more difficult card here for the end. But we can give a positive swing on it if we want. This is an energetic, a very energetic card, this one. So we will start the reading now. In the first line here, you see the clouds, the tower, and the snake. So maybe you're thinking about improving your position in the work field, or maybe if you are planning to be an independent, or if you are an independent, you are more ambitious. You want to improve your business. It's like here, the snake is very focused. The snake is a very focused card. So it means the ambition here and the focus are together. So it means you will focus on reaching your target. And the tower is long run. So it means that you have figured out a long-term objective for you for reaching this. It's possible also that there is more than one job involved. Maybe you also are involved in some government jobs. So maybe it's double, because sometimes the snake is a smart card and she makes sure before she moves, she's in the right position before she moves. It's like she's strategical. It's a little bit like Scorpion. The snake is very strategic, very smart. Also, this is an intelligent card. Before you make your move, you will make sure that you have everything in row. It's possible that the thinking is quite severe and you should not have negative thoughts about it. You should think about it in a constructive way, in an organized way. It also tells you here that it's time to cross your borders and focus on what you want. This is what it tells you also here. If you have maybe in some parts of your job, you're unhappy. If you, for instance, if you are a government job, maybe everything is not working out as you thought it would be. And you are thinking about, as I said earlier, for adding something to it. Maybe this can also mean that the job is not what you expect it to be. Maybe you feel a little bit, or you feel alone in your path that you're taking. Maybe you want something else. Maybe you feel alone that with the path that you're going, and you want to take some distance because the tower is high, and you want to take and you clear your mind what you really want, because the tower, it takes distance from things. So if you take distance and you have a higher view, it's like you watching a map, you have an overview over the whole situation. That is what can be possible here also. Like you shut off yourself temporary because it's not clear to you and you want to know exactly where you're going. You want to focus on where you're going. It's like you cannot see it yet where you're going, but you know it's already there. But there will come a strong focus on it for moving ahead in this thing. It's possible that you are, if you are related to a government job, and you know the words I'm going to say, it's possible there is bureaucracy involved. Maybe the bureaucracy works on your nerves. It's possible that, and that's why you want to reorganize your focus. Then we see here the tower and the snake itself. It's possible if you choose that path, it creates some form of loneliness. Like you feel alone. You feel a little bit alone because you're ambitious and you're fixated and you want to choose this path and you strive for it. As I said, also, you will use your wisdom to go to for your approach for getting there. Because the snake is a wise card. And also, there is a very strong self-discipline here. There is a very strong discipline if you will go that road. But it can, achieving or wanting to achieve our goals, it can come with a price, as we know. Then the second line, we have the anchor, the tree, and the house. The anchor means stability. It means we are rooted. And actually, we are fixed in the earth. There's some fixed here. This card don't move. It stays. It's slow. And the tree is also slow. So these two cards are very slow. This means that if you take a certain path, there will be a slow but steady, healthy growth. I would say, if you start the job because the house is there, I would say this is maybe you're planning to, or you're doing your own business at home. And it's here you have the growth and here you have your home. It's like you want your house to slowly expand. You want it to become more yours, your way. You want to do it in your way. And it's all gonna go slowly because this is not by the end of the month. This is a longer process. So it means eventually your house will be changing. It will become as you want it. Maybe you want your house in a different way. Maybe your house now is not as you like it to be, and you want to make it your way. Maybe you're a traditional person. You want to make it more, this is solid. So I'm going to say the word, you want to make it more solid, stable. Maybe there's some things that you don't like about the house that need to be changed, that need progress, that need growing. So this is what this card means. If this is on business and you start your business, it means that your business will grow. There will be a stable grow. It will be a healthy grow. And also here, this is focus again. You will focus on this, the same as there. There is a strong anchoring focus on this moving on in the house also. You will be very dedicated to your goal. Maybe sometimes you will take a look at it. You will think, where am I exactly now? And where am I going? It's possible that you have moments like this month, but I think also in the future, maybe you look at your house from a distance and you think, okay, it's like that. And then you think in your mind, this is how it's going to become. It's like you think about it. That's what I'm seeing here. Maybe, as I said, you're not happy in the way that the house is organized. Maybe you want to reorganize the rooms. Maybe there's some things that are not in good condition. Maybe the house is old. It's possible also. And it's still possible to leave, but it needs like a renewal. It needs some change. It needs some change. On the relationship front, if we have a relationship, because this card can represent the husband or the man or the wife, it can represent that our partner is very similar to our father or our mother. This is now a totally different angle, but I want to give this angle also. So if you have a partner, it's possible that you see the similarities between your partner and your mother or your father. Maybe your father or your mother was a very stable figure. Maybe somebody who was very anchored, very solid, somebody you could really rely on. Maybe sometimes also a little bit a conservative figure, but it was somebody you really could rely on in your family, like a solid figure. You had a solid home. Because these are the foundations of the home. These are the foundations of the home. This procedure, if you want a time frame, I will put one on. This can, maybe before the whole project starts, before you finally want to start, it can take 9 months to 1 year before you start the project, or you move slowly in that direction, and for completing it will take you 1 year. It's one of both, like that. This is like, because these are very slow cards. It's everything goes steady, smooth and secure. If you do something, if you change something, it will be stable and it will be as it is to be. You will buy the right materials, the right stuff, and it will not you will not need to redo it. You will see that you have the right people who do your job also. Sometimes this combination means maybe that we are very locked or connected or chained to the past. This maybe we are very much in our family traditions. We are a little bit chained or where we come from. Maybe we have a very close connection to our parents, to one of our parents or both of our parents. We are strongly rooted and connected to them. This is what it means also. If you are planning to have children in the future, it can also mean that the family will be slowly expanding. It's possible that you think about that and that these plans are under, as we say, under evaluation. If you consider, you slowly make the idea yours, if that is what you want. That is possible here also, that your family would grow. Yeah, that is all for the middle card. So then we go for the last line here. We have the birds, the fish, and the whip. So the birds, it's possible if we do business, or we have a business, or we have a workplace, it's in our environment, and we in our immediate environment, because the birds are our immediate environment. It's possible because this is our house. So it's possible that we have helpers, people who help us in our house, and these helpers, they help us to make money. So somebody is helping you in your house, in the place where you are living. Maybe the profession that you are doing, it's quite energetic. Maybe you need to put a lot of energy in it. It's an energetic job, something that has to do with that maybe you need to make long hours. Maybe it is about something that has to do with warmth, with heat. So it is possible also that the job are related to that. In some cases also here, this is also, it means that you put a lot of efforts for proceeding. You talk a lot about to a lot of people, you make your business known, maybe on the internet, maybe by all channels that are available. You talk to neighbors, you talk to everybody, so your business can improve and slowly grow. You put also a lot of energy in that. You make sure that that it improves. It's also possible that even if the house is old, that you clean up what is possible to clean up, because you have to. If your business is your home, it's like a reorganization of the house. Also, a lot of people coming in and going out. There's a lot of people here coming in and going out. A lot of energy here. Customers talk to you about that you are very determined, that you work hard. If you have this business, there's a lot of energy going on here. There's a lot of energy that you can put in there. I'm going to mention this also. If you are in a relationship with a partner, or you have a partner here, it's possible that there's a lot of sexuality for now, that that you are very sexual active for now. That is possible here also with this organization, with this combination of cards. It's possible also that one of both partners is younger. It's possible that one of both partners is a younger figure in this relationship. That is possible here also. I see a lot of transference here. If you work in your house, you need to see also, if you did not do so, that you have the right, sometimes we need like an allowance or something, like we need a document from the government that we are allowed to start our business. So this combination tells also we need to see that all our documents are in order. So you need to see if you need documents for your business, that everything is in order, because this can also mean if you don't, that there will be a fine involved. So you need to see that you have the right documents. If you started your business as a sideline and everything is not straightened out for paperwork, you need to see that you get your paperwork in order here. That you will need to see here. If your business is already working well, if you're already more in an evolved states of your business, this can mean contact with an accountant, maybe from previous year or for the year before. You get a document from the government or from some institution that things need to be balanced out. Maybe you are late for something and you're on the edge of a fine, so you will need to consult some, maybe you cannot do it yourself because it's a complicated matter, and you need to go to a specialist for setting your things right. You need to do so because if you don't, maybe there's a fine involved, so you need to act on that. Then here we have the vertical lines, we have the clouds, the anchor, and the birds. Here, the same again, here we're thinking about getting more stable. This is thinking of maybe sometimes we cannot see very good where we need to go, or we don't know for sure if we're on the right track. If we just started the business, it's like we are not yet in our fixed patterns, but you want to go there. You want to get like a fixed pattern. You want to see what is really working in your business or what you're doing, or in your job. You want to see what is really profitable and productive for you. So this is what you want to do here. You're thinking about that. Also, there's a lot of communication with people for getting more stable. I get the same here, that we are talking a lot here for getting more focused, for getting more stable. And we want to make sure that we know where we are going. It's like we want to become more routine. If you are in the job and you want an additional job, it might be also the reason why you get out of the other job and you want to go in something else. Maybe the job, it's no longer fascinates you as before. It's like you want something additional because you want to set your mind in something else. You're so routine about your job. Maybe it's a government job that is always the same and you know it inside out, and you want something additional. There's like there is no more, there is nothing anymore that excites you. It doesn't mean you're going to give up the job, but it's like there is no component anymore that has secrets for you. It's like you know everything from the job inside out, and that's why you want something, you want a challenge. You want something that challenges you in another field. This is what it means also. If you follow the right things here with the government, everything will be okay if you follow the right rules. Then this we come here. Also, don't get influenced by rumors. If you hear something about you, don't go into that onto the rumors. Don't let that influence for your job. If this would be the case, maybe some people are persistent about some rumors about you, but just don't let it go. Don't get stressed by it. Don't focus on it. Just focus on your target. If you are bored in your current job, but I'm thinking there's no letting go of the job. I think this is an additional job here. Then the second line here, we have the tower, the mountain, and the fish. The fish is expanding. The fish is expanding our things. So these two cards. This means that our roots are growing. If we were in a job before, it means we slowly grow. We still do our job. If we have an additional work and we are focused on something, the same again, we will slowly improve. And there, with the job, there comes more money, because this is money. Slowly there comes more money in. You become here, this is stable and this is the money. So you get the point. You will get more money and you will get more stability. It's possible that in the coming months, your stability will improve, because that is what I'm seeing here. Normally, this is the obvious explanation. So I'm thinking here that you will get more stability. In some cases also, because you maybe are very focused on this job, as we saw it earlier, it creates, because you're always busy, it creates some form of loneliness. Maybe before there were more social contacts in your private life, but since you focused on a new target there, it's possible that there is some form of being more alone. It's something you choose because you are focused on it. That is what it means. Yeah, I saw that already. We said that already. You need to focus on yourself for your improvement if this is what you want. Yeah, I see the house here again, but I already told you for the house. This also means that you're on the right track. This choice that you made is the good choice. It's possible also with this choice, if we already have a job, it may be a lot, an odd thing that I'm going to say now, but some people reach their prime between 60 and 70 people. Not all of us reach our prime at 45. So it's possible here that if you started something on an advanced age, that you actually get your prime between 60 and 75 years of age. That is what it means. And then at that age, the real money will come in. So you will slowly grow. There will be no delay, but it will slowly grow, and your actual achievement will be complete in an advanced age. Between it's like you're a late bloomer. I will say it like that. It's like at that time you will feel very good, and you will feel fulfilled, even though you're in the older age, and maybe you need help. You probably will if you get an older age, because I see the help here already. But you're actually the top of your business that you started will be later in life, 60, 75. So for the younger ones here who are watching this video, it means if you have a job that probably your prime will come late in life. It doesn't mean that you don't evolve, but maybe the evolving is slowly and surely. If you work with herbs in your life, it could mean that you have, if like you are a herborist, this is what it means also, because the tree is natural healing, and the healing has a positive effect on the people. So it's possible that you have a natural structure in that, that you, or maybe you use, if you're not feeling well yourself, the natural heals that comes out of your parents, your grandparents, the old healing methods. It's possible that you're skilled is that. But here, the most important thing is, as the same as there, is that there is a very strong focus on the job. Also, there's some pride in the job. Your pride, if it was difficult for you and you started with very simple means, you are proud on what you do. You're very proud on what you have achieved, and maybe you should be also. Also, if you work alone, it creates loneliness, but it also gives you more energy. If you have not too many people around you, only the necessary helpers, maybe you feel energetic because you work alone like that. You have a strict regime, maybe also over your body. You eat well, you sleep well, because you need to stay in the pattern, and you eat well, you sleep on time. So you keep to your pattern for reaching your goal. It's possible that you limit yourself for achieving your goals. If you are in an advanced age already, we need to take care, and sometimes we have less energy, although the energy card is still here. But it's possible if we are in a more advanced age, we need to keep to our structures for keeping our body in good shape, we eat healthy, we keep our body healthy so it can serve us for getting the goal that we want. Again, I said it here, these two cards, it's an increase in wealth. Sometimes it can also mean these two cards, that sometimes we prefer to work alone. Maybe sometimes we don't ask our assistant to come, we prefer to do it alone. So we only ask the assistant or the helper to come if it's really necessary, not out of financial reasons, but maybe just because we want to work alone. Maybe we are still testing, because the tower is sometimes testing. So maybe we test out new products, and if we do the tests, we want nobody around. Like we test a new product that we want to introduce, and we do these tests alone, and we don't want others involved in. And that is possible here also. If you have less money for now, I can also see here there's a practicality. With the few money that you have, you still eat healthy, you still take care of yourself. Maybe the means are limited because you are involved in a lot of projects, but still you eat healthy. That is what I see here also. In the last line then here, we have the snake, the house, and the whip. The snake it has a very strong focus on the house. So maybe on the long run, if this house is not yours and it's a rental, let's assume you rent, maybe, excuse me, maybe you want this house to be yours because there's a very strong focus on it. Maybe this house belongs to the family, but for now you're unable to get it. But in the future, you want it. So maybe for that, you will need to make some arrangements, and you're focusing strongly on that. Maybe you like to be there, maybe you need to be there, maybe there's a reason you are there. So here there's a strong focus on the housely environment. Maybe sometimes there is some things that irritate you in the house because it's not in the way you want it to be for now, and it brings you some irritation, some stress. Things are not as they should be, but you accept and you focus on what is to come, as we saw earlier. Maybe some things need to stay in place because of tradition. You cannot change, you are limited because of certain reasons. If the business is in your house, sometimes also you might feel that your privacy is threatened. Like you don't have the privacy anymore if you have an additional business in your home because more people are coming over the floor. That is possible here also. These are the neighbors also. Our neighbors come with us. Excuse me. It's possible also here that there is an argument with a neighbor. That is possible also. It's possible that you have some arguments with the neighbors. Maybe there's some situation that need to be solved with the neighbors, but the snake is smart. The snake is diplomatic. So I'm thinking you will solve this in a diplomatic way. There might be some trouble here going on. Maybe these people, they are a little bit jealous. I would say maybe there's a little bit like they are your secret enemies. They smile, but they are actually like, they see that your business improving, and they might be a little bit jealous. They're a little bit deceptive. I would almost say there is corruption going on, but maybe that's too far-fetched. But what I'm saying here is like maybe also some lies. They lie to you. They don't tell you the truth. Maybe they make you stressed. Maybe we saw the gossip here before. Maybe they tell you things that are untrue, but don't go too much in that. Sometimes people can be jealous, even if you slowly move ahead. Maybe they are themselves are not improving, and they are a little bit jealous of the conditions there that are going on your slowly improvement. Maybe you stayed for a long time chained in your situation, and now finally there's improvement. You improve in your life. You are in a certain situation in your life. You come there and you want to add more for yourself. And sometimes people have a hard time for accepting that you are actually improving. It's like you're becoming more control in yourself. It's possible also with this combination here that you are the one who are in charge of the family home, because the snake sometimes also wants to control. It can be maybe you are the one who need to be in charge of the family here. the family itself, the family home. So everything that is related to the family, maybe you need to be the one who are in charge. But in a way, you feel comfortable because maybe it's the nest where you're coming from. So there's also a comfortable element to it, even though you're focused on your goals and on your plans. Then we have the whip and the house here. Yeah, that I saw that already, the dispute here with the neighbors. It's possible also that these people have a restricted point of view. They cannot see further than their garden. They just see themselves. Maybe they are a little bit selfish, and this selfishness might cause you a problem. Maybe they, for some reason, there's a problem with that. They are very traditional. They are restrictive. They cannot see the bigger picture. So just don't put too much energy in that. If they are in some way aggressive, or I would say if they try to insult you in some way, just don't go into it. Just play here, but I don't think you will, because the snake is here. The snake is a smart card, but I think they will try. They will try to get you out of your comfort zone, and they will try to get you. But I think you will be too smart to get there, because as we see there, the snake is above. If they maybe also they try to ridicule you, they try to make fun of you, because you start your business in a modest way. Just don't go into it. Just keep your focus, because this is going to go well. This is going to go well. Then we're going to go on the cross here. We have the clouds, the tree, and the whip. So here again, these two are thinking about stability. Also, you are aware that you need to take care of your health because of the lot of energy you put in. You are aware of it. You're aware of your health and that you need to care. As I said earlier, if you're younger, you're aware of it also. And you know that you need to go for a long time in this job. If you are older, you, as we said earlier, you are aware that you need to take care of yourself because you need your body to proceed. So you will do so. In some cases also, you will need to rest because the tree is sometimes rest, and you're thinking about it. Is it not time to take some days off sometimes? But maybe for some reason you cannot. Maybe you have orders and you are unable to rest. You are unable to rest. Maybe sometimes you would like to take off, but you have orders coming in. The orders come in at irregular times or on times that you did not expect, and it's like you cannot rest like that. Sometimes it can be stressy and you don't know. Maybe your mind is all over the place because it's not really, as we saw here, you want organization because it's not yet organized. That is possible also. So your mind could be all over the place. Sometimes it can put stress on your body because this situation is not yet stable to this house. Maybe also sometimes here, this combination could mean that somebody in your immediate environment hides something from you, because the clouds hide things. Maybe they hide things about their health. If there's a person in your home that has a problem with the intestines, it's possible that there is a problem in the intestines with that person, or that it's possible that this person smokes. So, and maybe the smoking is causing damage on that person's health. That is possible also, that there are persons living with you that have that kind of issues. in the health area. This also points to a person that wants to be in charge. That is then you yourself. The same again. You want to become more safe. You want to be more stable. You want to. Also, this is pragmatic. You approach, we saw that earlier, it comes back here, you're a very pragmatic, you divide your energy in a pragmatic way. You divide your energy here. That is what is happening here also. Then we have the tree and the whip. It's possible also here, if you're in an advanced age already, that sometimes when the weather changes, you feel your bones. Sometimes this can point on rheumatism if you're in an advanced age already. If you have a partner, it's possible also there is, we saw that here already, and I mentioned the aspect of sex here also. If you have a partner, it's possible there's a lot of transference here with you and the partner here. It's the same again. Like there's a lot of going on there also. If not the case, there is a strong focus on the work for getting where you want to get your feet on the ground. It's the same again. You want to, it's like you really want to reorient yourself, even if family members are there, if they're living with you in the house, or maybe you don't approve, or they don't approve of certain things, you keep your focus here, even though it asks a lot for getting there, because you need to do a lot of efforts, because we see the efforts here. But in all, you will stay calm, as I told you, because the snake is there. You will stay healthy there. If there are discussions, you will solve it in a diplomatic way. Then we have the snake, the tree, and the birds. Then I see the stress here again, the stress on your body that is possible. Yeah, settling down again. Here it means also that you really want to, this is power about control. Again here, the same again, you want to, I can do nothing, because it's always the same that is coming back here. You want to get more control, and you want to become more stable. There will be a lot of communication over your stability. So you will talk a lot about this stability. It's always the same, is coming back. It's quite a good laying for this month's Scorpio for the stone group. But I think here some elements here are on the long run. If you started a new project, maybe this project is recently came off the ground, as they say, but it has very good prospects, even though you need to put a lot of energy in it. But this is a products that are, because the tree gives us a chance to live. So it makes, you see here, it gives a project to grow. So it makes your house grow. So I think on the long run, even though everything is slow here, there is improvement. So Scorpion, for the stone group or the earth sign, this is all for this month. I hope you enjoyed my reading. If you do, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye for now. Hello, Scorpion, and welcome to the Aerosol or the Air group for this month's reading for August 2021 for the sign of Scorpion. So the first card we see here is the house. The house represents our body, our immediate environment, our colleagues, people where we live with. And the last house, the last card here is the moon. The moon represents invitations, the way our mind works, sometimes also our creativity. So we go right into it. So here we see the house, and next to the house we see the cross. It's possible in your home, in your house, that you have a lot of responsibility, or the house brings a lot of responsibilities with it. It's also possible that you have responsibilities in that home. Maybe there are older people living with you and you are responsible for them. That is one of the possibilities here. There are family members with you, and maybe sometimes it's not easy for you for taking care of them. I would not use the word burden, but it put a lot of duress on you. It put a lot of stress on you. Maybe also possible is that the people living with you are very religious. That's possible also here. You are the one who need to manage the house. You are the one in charge. It's like the responsibilities you have. Sometimes you think, is this never ending? Is this never stopping? These responsibilities I have here, this is possible also. What is possible also is that your family members are very traditional. The way they communicate here is very traditional. They are very rooted in traditions. That is also a possibility here. Those people might be strong related in the way they were brought up. Maybe sometimes also they are a little bit unwilling. They are older already, so it's difficult for them to adjust to the modern times. This is what it says also. Another point of view is here. That you might be connected to some work in the church or in the mosque or a religious institution. And this brings a lot of responsibilities also. Or maybe your responsibility, the things that you are responsible for in the church or related to the church or related to the mosque or related to any religious institution, that it brings a lot of responsibilities on your person. You are the one there in charge, you are the one who need to organize, and it brings some stress and duress on your life. There's a lot of communication also in this area. Maybe you communicate, maybe you're a reader in the mosque, in the church, that is possible also. Somebody who reads out of the Bible or reads out of the Quran or another institution, that is possible here also. But all in all, we see here it brings a lot of responsibilities, a lot of things that we need to organize in the home or in the congregation or in the community from church or religion that we are involved in. Then we come here in the second line. We have the dog, the stork, and the tower. The dog is the card of friendship. It means our friends, our peers, the people around, our brothers, sisters, the people we work together with. And the stork is like a bird of change. It's like there's a change going on here in your circle of friends. Maybe there's some changes going on with your brothers or sisters, or with the colleagues at work. Maybe there's a change of positions of some people, of some colleagues, because the tower is the position, or you are the one who are changing positions. Maybe you're very long time in the same position, and here there is an adjustment to that position. Maybe you come in a higher position in your job. Maybe your brothers or sisters are improving, or they have some things that they are improving with. So these are the possibilities that we see here. It can also mean that because of change of positions, that could be one of the reasons, that there is a change of friendships because our friends come into higher positions, or we go into higher positions. There come some changes, or we get additional friends to that we move higher up in life, because the tower is our path of life. And if there is improvement or we improve in life, sometimes we get additional friends, more friends, and some people sometimes get lost with those transitions in the lifetime. This could also mean that if you or one of your colleagues or your brothers or sisters is in a period of transition, or they have changes, that you support them. They support you or you support them. So if they're in some changes going on in their life, it might be in a way that you help them. But there is like regular times, because the tower is a structure. So it means you help them on regular times, or they help you on regular times. It's like a fixed pattern that they help you for keeping on track. Maybe something's changed in life and they help you to keep on track, or you help them for staying on track. It's possible also that you have, if you had a friendship before with a friend, that this friend is returning. He's returning. It's possible that because these are the borders, it's possible that this friend comes from another place, from another country, and he's returning. Maybe before he could not, because the tower means isolation. So maybe this friend before, he was unable to return, and now he comes back to where he was. The stork is also a migrating bird. That's why I'm telling also the part of the abroad. Maybe this person was in abroad, he immigrated before, he was there, he go back, and now he comes back again. So it's like, because the bird is a migrating bird, he always come back, he always return. So I'm thinking here, it might be a friend that you had, how would I put this, that you have a friend here, you were, the relationship was quite serious. It was a serious friend. You had like a serious friendship, but there were some changes going on, and maybe for some reason this person or you needed to leave, and now this person is coming back to where he used to be. And probably he comes from abroad, so he's crossing the borders again. Maybe he could not return because of Corona, and maybe it's possible now that he's able in the future to travel again to there. So this person is returning. It's possible also, if you had a friend before and there was some loyalty issues, that this person, that you or this person gives his loyalty back to him. Maybe some things happened and that you pick up the loyalty again. There was a loyalty before and this loyalty is coming back. It's like you starting to, before maybe you supported each other in a structural way and in a friendship way. And it's possible that this structure and this support is now picking up again. This is what it means also. This friendship is, of course, it's supportive. The friendship is supported from both parties in a supportive way, in a helping way, because the dog helps. Then we come here in the third line. I want to also add here, before I go to the third line, that maybe it's possible that before there was some kind of loneliness, that you are alone, or maybe this friend was alone, and it brought some transformance in you. Maybe in the time that you were alone, you changed your ambitions, you searched for another path, and you found that other path. Now you changed your ambitions, and you changed a little bit. You have more responsibilities, you have more structure now in a way. Maybe you are limited in time now more, because you have more duress, maybe you have more responsibilities now that are coming to you because of this more responsibilities. It's also possible that one of you both grows more in an authority position, he gets more responsibility. Maybe you were more introverted before. There was a possibility, because the bird is moving, maybe there was less communication before, there was less movement between the two of you, and maybe now this is all returning. It's like there is a reorientation mentally and psychologically in this friendship. So people are put back in the place where they were before, but some things have changed and some things stays the same, because the tower also sometimes it sticks to the rules. It stays the same in some way also. Maybe for some reason also one of both need to have more self-discipline. It can also apply, as I said, on brothers, sisters, or colleagues. So you need to apply that on them also. It's possible that colleagues or brothers or friends or sisters or brothers have more self-discipline now, or they apply more self-discipline to grow in life. It's possible also that friends have more discipline, or you have more self-discipline. So it's all a little bit connected, because the bird, the stork, is a changing bird. As I said here, since the tower puts limitations, the changes will not be extreme, because the tower puts limitations on changes. Maybe it's just like a structural process. There is more structure in the process, but the changes are not like very drastic. That is what I want to say here. Then we have the third line here. We have the crossroads, the ship, and the moon. The crossroads, it's that we are put in front of a choice, and the ship is money, aspirations, things we hope for, things we long for. So it's possible that you have high aspirations, that you want to improve yourself financially, like you are put in front of these choices. The ship is money. So it's possible also you work with goods now, that you maybe you do business, because this is a business card also, and that you have changed in a business way, that there are some changes. Before you were more structured, but maybe now there is a change. There is a change, maybe more money coming in, because the ship is on its way. It's on its way to the crossroad. So these changes bring more money. I would also say that it is something that you do know that now that you really like, because the mind is what we like. It's in our mind. It's also like an invitation. So it's like we are invited by money. So money is coming to us. And this is creativity. So it means that we earn money with something creative that we do. So we made a choice, and now we have the possibility to something we long for, and we make money with what we do. It's possible that we do this where we live, because the moon, sometimes it represents also the home, where we come, where we feel comfortable. So it's possible you do something in the home or in a place that you feel comfortable. Since the ship is moving, it's also possible that there is some, that the goods are moved. The goods are moved, there's some moving in goods, or maybe you deliver goods. That is possible here also. The moon is also related to money. It brings money with the ship, so it brings in money. The goods are on its way, they are delivered, and the money is coming to you. There are several choices here offered. What is also possible here is in the future, maybe not now, but in the future, you are placed in front of a choice, and you have the possibility offered to travel. Maybe this travel was already for a long time in your mind. Maybe it's time for a break, and you never came to make the decision of the break, but maybe in the future, you will take the break. This change of direction can bring like a break, and it's like you will fulfill your needs, because the moon is also sometimes relaxing. It relaxes us. We need to relax our mind. So it's possible that we are relaxing in our mind. By the change of direction, maybe it brought more stress, more responsibilities. And here we are now in coming to a period that we are coming in a time of relaxation. This is what it says here. Maybe also we are becoming aware. If we have more responsibilities toward the house, we are becoming aware of these responsibilities. Sometimes also we can be a little bit ambivalent about these changes. Maybe before we are more free, and now this freedom is more limited. It becomes more structurized. Because as we saw, the tower brings structure, it brings regulations. It's like you balance, you overweigh, you consider the pros and the cons, what you are doing. That is what I'm saying here. It's also possible as I said here, maybe this trip is delayed. That's what I'm seeing here, that you delay the trip. It's in your mind already, but it's coming, not yet. Maybe the structure is not yet where it should be, but it will arrive. Because sometimes it's like we are testing ourselves, and if we are sure that our structure is okay, we imply that we are ready to leave. So maybe you're still in the process of learning, of changing, and when this process is in the right set of mind, you will take the holiday. That is possible here also. It's also possible that if you are in a creative profession, you create things, there is a certain structure in the creation. There's a certain structure. Some things are always coming back, like basics are coming back, but it is in most professions. The trip that we are may be taking in the future may also be possible over water. In some cases, it can be literally on the boat. We are literally on the boat. Maybe we take a trip with a boat, or maybe we cross borders over water. Maybe we go somewhere and we need to take the boat, and in a way we cross something, we cross a border. It's possible that we cross a border, that we cross a land border if we take this trip. That is what I'm seeing here also. It's possible also that there is a partner involved, because the birds are two. So it's possible that you go on a trip, on a holiday with another person. As I said, it's possible that this holiday is partly happening on a ship or on a boat. This is possible. Because this is literally that you are in the moonlight on the boat. This is literally what it says here. And these are the structured hours. It's like you are depending on the tides for the leaving. Sometimes the boat leaves with high tide, with low tide. So there's a structure here for the whole journey. If you do the journey can be quite unexpected, creative. There is a structure in the journey. Maybe you need to hold on some time limitations, or there's some time structures. But all in all, the trip would bring surprising happiness. Like you feel good if you continue with this tip. It has a relaxing effect on your mind, on your psyche. It's like you feel a little bit, if you do the trip, you feel a little bit melancholy. Maybe you come also in places where you've never been before, and it might make you a little bit restless, like an unnecessary fear, because you explore. But all in all, it will be a very rewarding trip here you have here. And I'm sure here you're thinking about it. Maybe you're a little bit nervous about it, but actually you don't need to be nervous about it. It's just falling all in its pattern again, just as it was before. Then we go in the vertical lines here. We have the house, the dog, and the crossroads. So it means in the house, probably there are relatives in our house. That is possible. There are brothers, sisters in our house, people that we know, people that we are familiar with, or they come to the house. This is also possible that we work together with people that we are familiar with, because the house represents familiarity. It can also represent, because the dog is home, it can literally mean that we have a dog in the house, but also it means that we are that the work can be in our home, so that we do a work in our home. And this work at home, it leads to changes. It leads to changes, and we are put in front of choices. Maybe the space in the house is limited, the territory that we are working is limited, and we are we are sometimes limited in our choices. Maybe there are family members there. There are some limitations in what we can do. So that is a possibility here also. It's also possible that you have help from a brother or a sister, that he helps you, that he is devoteful, or that you help him in his business, if that is possible. But here there's a form of loyalty from the family to you. And maybe it's required that you stay a lot of time in the house because of what you do in the house. It can also mean that in a way, if the house is not yet yours, that in a way you are submissive. You need to follow certain rules, although you are independent. So that is possible here also with this combination. It's like, because the dog asks for permission, it's like there is a need for asking permission for doing certain things, what you do. So this is possible also. But also the other side is that you get help, from people. You need approval, but in another way, they help. They will respect your rules and you will respect theirs. That's here how it works. Maybe sometimes the problem is a little bit the privacy. Our own privacy can be a little bit under scrutiny here, but it's not really dramatic, but it can sometimes, because the dog is the territory. So, and this is the crossroads. So maybe sometimes everybody is a little bit confused. What are the rules? What are the rules of engagements? How far we need to go? So this is possible also with this combination. Then we come in the second vertical line here. We see the cross, the stork, and the ship. Maybe some of the changes that you have been undergoing last time, they weigh on you, because the cross weighs sometimes. So maybe some of these decisions that you had to make, maybe regarding to the house or the place where you live or your business, have taken some changes on you as a person. Maybe you needed change some rules, regulations. Maybe you need to change some things in your environment. But anyway, it brings some responsibilities on you. We saw that already earlier. So the changes come with responsibilities. This is what it actually means. Also, these responsibilities, the positive side then of these responsibilities is that they bring money. That is the positive side of it, because the ship is loaded with goods and with money. So it's possible that these changes come with money. This combination also means there is improvement. There is an improvement. You take on these responsibilities, but these responsibilities come with improvement. There is something new started, and there is hardship in the beginning if we start something. So we learning, we are as we told here we testing, we do some tests, we test some new things. Sometimes it's hardship. We need to put a lot of we need to put a lot of energy in it. It brings a transformation, it brings hard work. So, but this combination also means it's like it's meant to be. The cross often brings us things that are karmatic. So it's something that you need to undergo, but you don't need to worry, because these transformations are very positive, even though it's hard sometimes. I can see that here, but these transformations, if you are in a business, these have a very positive effect on you. Also, it's meant to be. The money that comes to you, it's meant to be. So it's hard, but it's like, that's, if you focus, this is how it's gonna be. It's like a stroke of fate that comes to you. You can literally call this growing pains. Your business grows and you have growing pains. It's like after working out, we feel our muscles because we are not used to the movements that we are making. This is what it is. It's like growing pains. Probably also you are very dutiful to your job, because the cross is duty. So you're probably very dutiful, even that the changes are harsh and they bring you some form of stress and responsibilities, but still you are very committed to these changes that you chose to. It can also be, if it is related to your house, that you are very dutiful to the people who live around you. You have your duties, even though you have personal changes, personal things that change in your life, you're still very dutiful and you still have a lot of responsibility towards them. It will take a while before everything is settled, but once the ship is moving, because the ship moves slow sometimes, this is changes. And once the ship is moving, you need to see it like a container ship. Once it's moving, it's moving. It's very hard to stop it. So this is what it means. So if you keep your structure, this ship will be moving. Again here, I said it earlier, the trip, it's again here. This it's possible that after you are on the right track, you will take a trip. What is also possible, if you need vehicles for your business, that they are changing, or you buy a vehicle for your business. That is possible here also, or you buy several vehicles for your business. That is possible also. But this is a change of vehicle. This is literally expecting money, this combination. Sometimes people may a little bit confused, like, because maybe you've been a long time in the same situation, and maybe sometimes some of the people around you have a little bit difficulties to adjust to the whole things, like they find it a little bit out of the ordinary that you take this step, but this is a very positive step that you have taken. Yeah, again, I told you there's like a traveler, somebody you know before who's returning, because the ship is returning also. So it's possible here also that somebody is returning to you from before. So we have that here again. This means that you are on your own way, where you need to go. It's like a search for yourself, and eventually your ship will come in. This is what it means also. So we go to the third line. This means, these two cards mean serious conversation. So it's possible in the month to come, you have some serious conversations about structures with you have conversations with authorities, serious conversations with them. It might be on the phone, because this might be represents phone conversations related to your job, the structure of your job. You talk to somebody about the structure in your job. Maybe it's because this represents the authority. So it's possible that you talk to authorities of a structure change. You talk about some structures. Maybe some structures are no longer as you want them to be, and you have conversations with them, because maybe these structures now are not fitting you anymore. You want to, because the moon is changing. So maybe the things that fitted you before are no longer in your path of structure. So there need to be a serious conversation about it, but the place that you want to go, so you can out your creativity more. So this is what it says here. You will have a conversation. It can even be that there are some official changes in this. Like you make it official, you talk to it, and you make some things official. If it's related to your business, maybe there are some official documents here that coming in from the government, from higher authorities. Maybe it's related to your business. There's some conversations about these new rules, these new regulations that need to be implemented. In some cases also, it can represent a partner, a parent, that there are conversations with a parent. It's like we are talking to a parent about, or with an authority figure, about our creativity, where we want to go with it. Maybe we want to change the limits, we cross the borders, and as we saw here, we need approval. Maybe for crossing these borders, we need to talk about an authority or to a parent or to somebody in charge for crossing these borders and for getting where we want to go in the creative fields. Eventually, this is a very positive card because if you let it some time, because the structure may seem that it's very structural, but the moon has the capability to soften things up. So it's possible that in the beginning you think, oh, this is never going to work, this structure, but actually you will see that people will bend. They will become smoother as they see the organization or the structures that you implement are efficiently working. And so there will be an adjustment. There will be an adjustment for coming on that track. In the beginning, there can be some maybe there's a discussion involved about this structure, but eventually it will end up well. It's possible that because the cross is here, maybe these people are already matured, they are older, or they are people who are in a certain structure, they are difficult to change. And maybe once they see that it's not really harming them, they slowly bend over. I say it like that. Once you get everything in place. In the beginning, it can be a little bit chaotic, but eventually it will fall into its place. Maybe sometimes also for getting this structure in place, you will need to have you will need to be a little bit cold about it because maybe they are difficult to adjust. So you will need to be a little bit cold about it till you're in the right position where you want to go, till you're sure that they are have bended over, as I said, till you are in the structure that you want, where you want to be. So then we go on the cross here. We have the house, the stork, and the moon. And here we see again, there's changes in the house. There are changes with colleagues. Maybe people help you, and there's change of help. There is change of help because the dog is here. Maybe several people will help you. Sometimes also, as I said earlier, you want to work alone, maybe for the tests that you need to do. It's also possible that some traditions that were in the family, that they are changing, because maybe before, as we saw here, they're a little bit traditions, but here there is a change of tradition. This means change of tradition. It also means changes in the house. Maybe the house is not like you wanted to do, and you make some investments in the house. Because these investments are necessary for your creativity. You make some changes. These are then the investments. You make some changes because these are necessary for your creativity. You make an extension on the house. You buy something for the house, for the adjustment, or for your business. Something is coming so you can be more creative. If the family tradition before or things were very regulated, that will change. There will come some changes in things that they will not stay the same. It's not a drama, it's not a dramatic change, but choices that you made will lead to changes. We saw already you need to stay a long time at home. Some periods you will have periods that you will need to work hard at home, and then there will be periods that you will have need some time for your own, because sometimes our mind need to relax. Maybe you build in a regular, a structured relaxation. Maybe you, like a lot of businesses have a fixed day, but maybe in the beginning you cannot because your business is starting up. But once it's on track, I think you will, what most people do in their business, they have a regular day off. So I am assuming this is the regular day off that is to come in the months to come, that you say, okay, it's time now. I am there. I tested enough. I have enough basics to know what I know, and now I'm building in a day for myself because it cannot go on because this is too stressing for what's going on. You want to move out, you want to move out of the house, maybe you want to see some old friends back from before, you have need to some contacts here, especially for we are in the air group, that would be logical to go there. Maybe sometimes also you're a little bit emotional because of the stress. It's possible here also, like a change of feelings. And also this comes in a positive way. It means it creates the feelings that we have can work in our advantage to create. It's like our creativity, because this is borders. So, and this is, it's like our mind is crossing borders for creativity. So it's like we're becoming more creative as we build in a structure. This is what it means also. Then we go on the cross, the birds, the stork. We already did that. You're expecting changes. The changes are coming. We need to make our circle. We need to make the home circle complete, because the moon is for completing the circle. So we need to complete our circle. Sometimes also it can bring a little bit nervousness. Sometimes maybe we will be a little bit stubborn. We will be a little bit stubborn because we want to about reactions that we get. Like we are, okay, if you don't accept, I just do it my way. That is possible here also. It's possible also that somebody that was not for a long time in the house is returning. That is possible here also. And it's possible that if this person returns, it adds to the chaos of the house. But maybe this person need to return for some reason, but it's like somebody is returning that was before in the house, and it causes even more stress on the house. That is possible here also, what we see here. There is many changes going on. But eventually we will come to the root of the problem, and we will organize ourselves in a good way. There will, on the long run, there will come more freedom. There will come more freedom because the stork is also freedom. We will get more freedom as we get familiar with our process. Our spirits will become more free. You will be able to move around more at a certain time in a certain structure. I already told you this before. Sometimes maybe you be a little bit ambivalent about the changes, but as I said here, eventually there will be a financial reward about it. So, Scorpion, for the air group, for the month of August 2021, this is all. I hope you enjoyed the card reading. Some things are on the long run because the tower here is on the long run. Some things here will be on the long run, but that's how it is. Sometimes with card layings, we cannot restrict it sometimes to 1 month, but I'm sure you heard some things that are applying on you. Thank you for watching Air Group. If you enjoyed my card reading, please subscribe and see you next time. Bye-bye for now. Hello, I'm Ulrich. I'm a Lenormand card reader. And this time we will go on now with the group of water group for the sign of Scorpio for August 2021. So as you see here, the first card is the sun. The sun is an all-over positive card. It even enlightens the negative cards if there were, but there are none here. This is a very good laying. The last sign here is multiplication, meaning this is the card for money, things that are getting more, multiplying. So we will go on the first line here. This is the the sun and the anchor. The sun anchor means if you are longing for more stability, this stability will be granted because this is yes. And the key opens all doors. So it means if you want to become more stable in life, it's possible to do so. So it will be easy for you if you want to add to your security. For instance, in your job, it will also be more easy to get improvements for getting, for instance, for getting more success in your job or getting a promotion, because the sun makes us achieve goals on the slower, on a little bit slow, but the goal will be permitted because the answer here is yes. If you are happy where you are, you can be happy, but here there are opportunities offered to you to advance yourself if you would choose to do so. It's also possible that you, if you're not yet so stable and you want to become more stable, that you get possibilities to get more roots. It's also possible that you want to stay where you are, that you want to stay in your job. If you want to move, it's possible also to move because normally the anchor is staying, but here it's possible that if you want to, that you can change your location if that is in the planning here. It's also mean for the moment now on your person that you have a lot of understanding, that you understand the things that are happening around you, like you are broad-minded. Also, you're happy. If you were a little bit bored before, the key will relieve you of boring things. Maybe you will have more fun in life in the times to come, because the key opens the door for fun. If you want, for instance, go a day for the beach, because this can represent the beach, this will be a very good fun experience for you, and it's possible to do so. Then we go in the second line, we have the birds, the ring and the lily. The birds, it could mean if you are in a relationship, there's a lot of communication in the relationship. Also, maybe there's some nervousness, there's a lot of going on in the relationship. It's possible that one of the two partners is older or more mature in this relationship, because the lily represents maturity. It's possible also that here in this combination that you are not absolutely sure about this relationship. The commitment is there, but it's like you are not absolutely sure that this is what you want to continue on the long run. Even though the relationship might be good, it's like maybe there's something missing in the relationship. Maybe there's something missing. Maybe there's maturity missing in the relationship. Maybe there's a connection missing. Maybe the levels are not the same. That is possible here also. It's like you're doubting here. Maybe you're they offer you an engagement and you're not sure if that is what you want. You're not sure about this, but if you want to, you can. But I'm thinking here this represents some doubt. Maybe there's some worries. Or maybe you, for the moment, you don't have too much time for going into this. Maybe your mind is very occupied with other things. These things might center around yourself. Maybe because you want to become more stable, you have less time, and maybe you want to spend less time in this commitment or in this engagement that is offered to you. It may be a little bit of a chaotic time for the moment. Possibility also is that you make a promise, but or you made a promise before and that you are not sure about this promise anymore. Maybe you have second thoughts, because sometimes the ring can return. If you have a stable relationship, it's possible also, if the partner is with you, if you're a couple and you're living together here, this can also mean that the relationship is consumed, meaning that you live together with the partner. If not so, maybe there is, if you're not living together with the partner and you're living in separate location, maybe this is doubt that is going on there. The link to the person may be very good to the partner if he's close to you. So there's a serious commitment, there's adultness in the partnership. But it's possible also that the person here is a little bit, the partner is a little bit to the conservative side. Maybe it's a little bit moralizing relationship. Maybe in some aspects of the relationship, you don't have enough freedom, enough liberty. Maybe you miss something. Maybe you miss warmth in the relationship. But the intentions for both parties are good, but maybe there is something missing in the relationship. Maybe the relationship is based on the same values, the same morals, but maybe on other fronts, some connections might be missing. If the partner is not living with you, that is. If the partner is living with you, because here there's a living together, then it would be okay. Then there will be more sharing in things, and there would be more sharing, but maybe for some reason this is not possible if the partner is not with you. It's possible also if the relationship, if you have a relationship with a certain partner, maybe the relationship for yourself, it's too uptight. There is not enough freedom in this relationship. There is not enough changes in the relationship. Maybe it's too traditional. Maybe the partner is a little bit moralizing. Maybe he's a little bit old-fashioned, and some things in the relationship you miss in the relationship. Maybe on some fronts there is no satisfaction. In some fronts there is satisfaction, and in other fronts there is not. So it's like it's possible here something is missing, but overall this is a good combination for understanding each other, for good communication, because I see there's a lot of communication here. Then we come in the third line, we see the man in the coffin, the man and the coffin, and then we see the fish here. In this case, it could mean that if you have a partner, this partner, if this represents your partner and this is you, it could mean that the male partner, we go from the idea here that this is a male partner, but if you're a woman, it can also apply on women, because this is a person card, so they go both ways, because we do a general laying, so we apply it on both sexes. So it's possible that you or the partner is undergoing some transformation, like you're thinking about things, maybe you're thinking about this relationship, and in a way there's, I said it already earlier, maybe there's a shortage of something in this relationship. Maybe there's money enough in this relationship, but that is not really the problem, but something else is missing here. Maybe the money that is in the relationship is not really satisfying you. It's more like the transformation is more on the psychological level, even though if you're not yet married, but maybe the relationship is there. Also, it could mean that in the relationship, there's some money transfers, and not all the money in the relationship is officialized. So maybe one of both partners has a sideline, and this work is is not official. So that is possible. So it's possible that this money is coming to you that is not officialized. Then we go in the vertical lines here. We see the sun, the birds, and the man. So the sun and the birds means that for the moment now you might be a little bit stressed. Maybe this stress is related to a gentleman or to a partner or to a potential partner or a person where you have a relationship with, and this causes you stress. Maybe you communicate a lot, and this communication is a lot, and it has a lot of warmth in the communication, but it's like uh, at the same time there is some stress involved in the relationship. The communication is positive, but also there is some stress involved in the relationship. Like it's like your thoughts are circling about something. Maybe your thoughts are a little bit erotic, or maybe in the chaotic situation that you are momentarily in, you feel happy. Maybe you're happy, maybe there are some changes going on, and you are happy with these changes that are presented to you. But maybe the partner in some way is included on this. Maybe it's a little bit a mess in some way, but you accept the mess as it is. You meet the mess, let's say, like joyful. You don't care about it too much. It's possible that one of both partners is a little bit restless here, or he's a little bit in trouble. Maybe the person talks a lot. Maybe sometimes you have the feeling like the partner or the person here, he has like a double personality. Like you think one day is like, one moment is like that, the other moment is like that. One moment he's close, the other moment he's far of you. Like a little bit fickle here. Maybe also, as I said earlier here, it's all positive about relation, not that, but there's like some small issues, like you experience it like fickle. Um, um, Maybe at some points also when you communicate, it's like you need to communicate, like you need to do it. It's like there's a contract on the communication. If you're not living together, it's like you're in a structured pattern of communication. If the person is living with you, you will be talking a lot. But maybe this person, one of both persons, one of both parties is more on the conservative side. Like it's like this and not in another way. Maybe there's some conservatism, some moralizing here, but it doesn't mean it's necessary negative, but it's there. Maybe at some points you are irritated about it, and you feel it like a little bit. It's like a fickle environment. Then the second line here we have the anchor and the ring. The anchor means that it's possible that this relationship is very stable, but sometimes the anchor can be a little bit boring also. Maybe there's some boredness in the marriage. That is possible. Maybe everything stays the same. Always because if you want to, if you would not be happy, but I think you are in this relationship, it's like it would be difficult to resolve, because in a way you are connected to each other, you are tied down. And maybe that is one of the problems also, because you feel tied down with certain traditions. And it's possible that certain things are changing in the relationship, because the coffin is a card of transformation. So I'm thinking here, because I see it in the whole context, some things are disturbing you, and you're thinking if this is on the long run the way to go. Maybe some things are boring you, or some things are not as you expected. Maybe there's too much morale in the relationship, and there should be more of other things. Maybe there should be less talking and more action. Maybe that is possible here also. And you feel like there's a need for some kind of transformation. But as I said, it will be, maybe it's for one of both parties, it will be difficult to what to do. But I'm seeing here there is a transformation going on. Maybe both parties are transforming, but something is going on here in this relationship. As I said earlier, maybe it's too much of one thing and not enough complete. Because sometimes this combination can mean that there are difficulties in the marriage. Maybe sometimes also because it's in the coffin, maybe it's not spoken out. Sometimes this also means that promises are made before that they are broken. It's possible that this relationship will stop in the future, but the transformation is still going on. It's like a work in progress. I don't say there's no happiness, because there is, but it's something is changing. It's like you're undergoing both a crisis, and you are not sure if this is for you both the way to go. Maybe sometimes also you would prefer that you don't need to talk. Because this transformation is going on, it's like you want to keep silent and you don't want to talk at certain points. Like your thoughts are circling because the birds are circling. It's like sometimes you think like making an end of it, even though you're happy, the money is okay, you're a good couple, but like something is off here. Something is off here in this relationship. That is my point. Then we have the key, the lily and the fish. The key and the lily is that this actually means that you're open to sensuality, to sex, but it's also, we saw it here early before, it's one of both. So it's possible that if you're not living together, this is a little bit difficult and there's too much talking going on about morals or what is to come. But maybe the action part is missing here. For some reason, it might not be possible to consume this relationship. Maybe there are some things that are preventing you from meeting in person. And it's all about communication, about morals, or what we're gonna do here in the future. That is possible also. Maybe you want these barriers to go away. You want that some morals that one of the both parties has, that they are dissolved, they are reviewed. And maybe you want these morals to transform in actual action, because there is a little bit too short of that. But as I said, maybe for some reason it's not possible now. Sometimes also this can mean that on some morals issues, there is a lack of understanding each other. I'm not saying that the relationship is not good, but there's in some ways, there is a lack of understanding here. That is possible also. Or maybe, yeah, there's a lack of understanding. And then here, as I said earlier, the money is okay, but it brings you and it brings you a happiness, but it's like it's not complete. The business is going well. Maybe even there's some charity, or you receive some charity, you receive some money from the partner if he's not with you. But also you have certain morals of it. Maybe the partner, if he's not with you, he offers you money, but sometimes you put a limitation on it. Like he asks you, you want this or that, but you don't want. You don't want. You have a certain limitation about if you receive this money. You say, no, it's okay now. We stop it there. You don't want to go cross over certain limits and certain borders, even though you would be allowed, but there's a morale here going on in you that you don't want to cross certain limits with money. It's like you can provide, you can take care of yourself. That is not the problem here. It's also possible here that you dive into your work, you hide into your work, and maybe the work is also like a kind of escape. It's like an escape of the relationship, because some things are missing, and you tell maybe, yeah, I'm busy now with the work, but it's all in a harmonious, in a warm way that this happens. But here, this could also mean there's a strong focus, or where we want to go, a discipline, or for something we committed to financially. Maybe we started it a new something new. We are in transforming ourselves here, and we started a project new, and this project is the ultimate goal. And here the key is here. If you want to, the key is will come in you. You actually need nobody's money, so you can take care of yourself. And so if people offer you money, or partners would offer you money, it's like you say, no, I can take care of myself. I'm established enough. So that is not a problem, but there's a great discipline here for reaching certain levels of reaching your goal, where you want to be. What is possible also is that this is the key to the family property. That is possible also that you live in the house of your parents, or you live in an older house. The house may be older, well established. It's the family property. That several people, that older people here are living with you in the house. Maybe they're even helping you in the business. That is possible also. If this person lives with you, there's a certain harmony in that. There's a certain understanding in that relationship with that person. The lily is older, so if that is a parent, it's normal. But I'm thinking here, you are the one who is holding the key, or maybe the owner, but you have the key, and the other person owns the house. That is possible also. So it's a little bit of both, and here there is balance between the two. So it's like there is diplomacy going on here. If a parent would living with you, there's nothing really disharmonious about, because the ring keeps everything leveled and in balance, so to say. Then we go here on the cross. We have the key, the ring, and the man. This is, if you want to get out of the relationship, if that is the point, if you want to get out, you can, and you can get out very easy. It will not take much efforts, and the parties will understand it in a diplomatic way. So there will not be too much tossing and turning, and there will not be any pulling. It will not be, because you are holding the key of the relationship. So if you want to break free from the chain, because this is the chain, if you want to break free out of it in some way, or you want more distance, or you want more liberty, freedom, you can. This man or this other partner, because it can be both, one of the both partners, they will understand that you want more space or more freedom. This party will understand that you want this. Even though this relationship is stable, it's possible, if you want that you can achieve that, or if you want that, you can do so. Maybe sometimes you feel that in this relationship, some borders are crossed and others are not opened. That is possible also. But it doesn't mean that the relationship is not stable, because it is. sometimes it can mean also that we literally want to break out of these relationships, out of principle. You cannot really find the reason, but out of a certain principle, you want out of this relationship. I know I'm lightening this all in a very negative way, but actually it's not. But it's like there's something going on here. I cannot exactly place it. It's like, as I said before, it's like there's action missing. Something is missing here. There's action missing. And also, if we want to go in another direction, the permission is granted. It's not going to be a hustle. It's like there's an understanding that we want to go in this way. And maybe the contact stays, the contact stays, the contact stays balanced. But in a way, it's like we want to free ourselves. We want to free ourselves in a way. Maybe we are in a period of our life that we want something else, and we want more freedom. Maybe we want more focus on valuables, on our own security. Maybe we include a lot of people in there. Maybe there's a lot of people involved in there, that we want to grow ourselves in more stability. It can also mean that we have some insights here, because the key sometimes also represents insights. But if we experience obstacles in this relationship, we are free to do so. We're gonna have the key literally on our hands, and we are if we want to cross a bridge with this partner, you can. And also, if you would go out for a while out of this relationship, there is a way back. This is not always the case in relationship, but in this case it is. It's like there's a way back. There's a way back. So if you want to temporarily go out, it's possible, and if you change your mind again, you have a change of heart, which is possible, you can go back. That is possible also. It's like you're in a moment of doubt. Maybe there are other things going on now, and you are more focused on something else, and like you want to put this relationship a little bit on a lower fire, like to say. Maybe you want to invest more in yourself, in your own position, as we saw earlier. Maybe this person before has asked you to marry them, but for some reason, or asked to have a commitment with you, but for some reason you held back, and probably it has to do with a certain form of freedom that you want to keep. There is something going on here, that there's a freedom there's a form of freedom here that is not fulfilled. If you want to go back later in this relationship, you can. There are bridges. There was maybe even in the past an invitation for a marriage, but you did not say yes and you did not say no. You just left it in the middle. In some countries, the maybe factor, it's like the maybe factor is here. The maybe factor is here, but it's possible. If you do so, the other party would be loyal to you, he would be faithful to you. That is not all a problem. There is nothing going on here like that going on. Because this friend is committed to us. This is a person who is serious. We are serious to them. As I said before, there are, if you want, you can receive gifts, but you yourself are the one who put limitations on this gift. Maybe you put limitations on these gifts because you doubt something. It's like maybe you have a feeling of debt. If you accept gifts, that you will come in like in a feeling that you owe the person something and you want the freedom. You get my point. maybe one of you both is not over a previous relationship. That is possible here also. Maybe that is playing here. It's possible that one of both is still in the mind in a previous relationship for a while. It can have to do with that, or maybe both the freedom element and the business element. It can be both here. So it can be both factors that that play here in this relationship. Although there are good opportunities here if you are willing to take them. Then we have the sun, the ring, and the fish. As I said earlier, this commitment, or if there is a marriage, this commitment provides sufficient money. There is no problem there. Both parties have sufficient money, so that is not the issue here. There is joy here in this relationship. There's a promise. It's obvious. It's logical. So why don't we do it? That is also what I see here. And here again, also there's a business commitment because this is business. And I think here the freedom aspect is related to the business. I come always the same here on the same. I think there's some business involved here. Maybe you want to build a solid business because this is solid business. Maybe you want to build a solid business for yourself and you want to focus on that. Maybe in the future also you want to own property. Maybe that's the plan. Maybe you want to own property and you want to own this property on your own without anybody's help. You want it to be yours, that nobody helped you. That is also what could be the case here. You want to establish your business so you are able to buy a house for yourself or a place where you live for yourself. There are many connections here in this business possible that you will have a lot of opportunities for this business. There's a lot of money coming in if you focus. Maybe the business has to do with something warm, with warmth. It could be the tourism sector. It could be that there are warm elements because the sun is warm. There's something involved here with warmth, with heat. So if you have a business, maybe it's related to some form of warmth. And it's like it's always coming back because the ring sometimes repeats itself. It's like the warmth is always coming back, repetitive, like the warmth is coming and going like that because the ring is repetitive. Here also in this combination, we have the opportunity now and the key to profit from many connections, and it's the time now. If we have business, it's time to harvest. We need to focus so we can become more stable because these cards are good for business. These cards are very good for business. So it's time now to build. It's time now to build, especially if you don't have your own home and you're longing for a home, or your own home that is your property, the one you possess the key of. So that is also an opportunity here. There's a lot of possibilities here. You can put things together because the ring make things stick. So you have now a certain amount of experience because the experience and you know where you want to go. You have the key for it. You can become more stable. And if you want, the money will be coming in. So actually, this is a very good lane for commitment, for a relationship. If you want a relationship, this is a very good opportunity also for business. It can be a combination of both, but as I said, it's like there is some doubt here in this relationship. It's up to you. You can figure it out for yourself exactly where you are and where you want to go and what you want to do. So, Scorpion, for the water group, this is all for this month. I hope you enjoyed my card reading. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for doing so, and see you maybe next time. Bye bye for now.